Hello, I will share my presentation with you and then we will start. Okay, and okay, I am ready. I hope that you are ready too. At first, I want to say you thank you for choosing to participate in this unique training program, Baltic Digital Skills Development Program, which is organized not only in Latvia, but also in Lithuania and Estonia. It's my pleasure and honor to participate in this big international learning project. I hope that you will enjoy learning process as well. Today we have first meeting of this course, and the title of this course is Low Code, No Code Platform Fundamentals. Before we start, I want to introduce myself to you. My name is Raita Rolande, as you can see already on the first slide. I have a PhD of engineering science in information technology field. I have more than 20 years experience in education field. I work in Ventspils University of Applied Sciences in Faculty of Information Technologies as an associated professor. My research interests include business intelligence, object-oriented modeling, system analysis and design, computer-aided software engineering, personalized study planning based on graph theory. I have publications which are published in international conferences, and I have participated in different international and local projects. Okay. Um, I have divided today's meeting in two parts. In the first part, I will inform you about the study course and study organization. In the second part, I will talk about the study course and the first and second study course modules. I know that today here are students from the both study courses. The second part will be more specifics to my study course, Low Code, No Code Platform Fundamentals. First of all, let's talk about how this study course is organized. In the learning process will be used self-directed learning. That means you need to take initiative and responsibility for your own learning. You will need to learn on your own. There will be no lectures in this study course. You will have learning goals, learning scenario, and learning materials. But you will need to manage your learning process and learn on your own. But don't worry, I will assist you. I will participate in the learning process as moderator, and I will help you in this learning process. Learning scenario has a very important role in self-directed learning. Let's talk about learning scenario. I have created learning scenario which includes 6 modules. Each module includes subtopic, links from subtopics leading to the Microsoft Learning materials. Where to find learning scenario? You have two options for finding learning scenario. And first is partner organizations website. And here you can see websites for Latvian students, for Estonian students, and for Lithuanian students. Latvian students can find a website sorry, Okay, I hope that now you can see my presentation in full screen and I can continue. Okay, that's very good. Now let's continue. Okay, I have information for my colleagues that I can continue. That's very good. Okay, let's start not from the beginning, but I will explain one more time this slide. Okay, and you have two options for finding the learning scenario. The first, you can find learning scenario in partners organization website. And there you will see learning scenario link for Latvian students, for Estonian students, and for Lithuanian students. Second option, how you can find learning scenario is e-learning environment Moodle. And here you can see this learning scenario link to Moodle as well. Okay, and in this slide, you can see how looks a learning scenario. You can see in left side link to this web page. This is website of Innovation Center of the University of Latvia. Maybe you are already familiar with this website, but if you are not, you can try to use this. Okay, and in this slide, here you can see screenshot from Moodle. And in right side, you can see link. You can use this link if you want to access to this study course in Moodle. And you can see password as well. You need to use password if you want to start to work in Moodle with this study course. And in Moodle, you will see learning scenario. And at this moment, you can see just part of the learning scenario. Okay, now let's talk about the learning materials. Learning materials are not created by me. Learning materials are provided by Microsoft. Microsoft learning materials include outline of the topic, video examples, practical tasks, and self-tests. How to start learning? You can open Moodle. You need to use this link in right side and password as well. And when you will open Moodle, you will see learning scenario. You need to start from the beginning and you will see first module and you just need to click on the first subtopic if you want to start learning. Then you will see Microsoft learning material. At the beginning, you will see general information about the course. There will be information about duration, how much time you need to spend to learn this material. You will see learning objectives. And when you are ready, you just need to click on Start button and you can start learning. In this slide, you can see learning content, and learning content can be provided in text format and in video format as well. When you will finish your learning at the end of each topic, you can check yourself. If you feel that you need to repeat learning material, you can do that. You can repeat learning material many times as you want. Now let's talk about modules. As I mentioned before, the study course is divided into 6 modules. Here you can see the titles of all modules. But in next slide, I will show you how the learning process will be organized. Here you can see on the top persons involved in learning process. Below you can see activities. All learning process is divided into 5 meetings. And today we have first meeting, and in today's meeting participate teacher and learners. And today we have introduction part, and today we will talk about first and second modules, and we will have questions and answers at the end of this session. What learners must do after this meeting? learners need to start to learn these first and second modules. You must perform practical tasks and you need to perform self-control test as well. And then you will have next meeting after 2 weeks, and we will continue till end of this learning process. And last, what you can see here is test. At the end of the study course, you will have test. Before we will talk more detailed about test, I would like to say that in the learning process will be involved professionals from the industry. They will explain with practical examples of how to use Power Platform in real life. I think that will be very useful. Okay, now let's talk more detail about test. Final test. Final test will be on 10th of March. Duration of final test will be 1 hour. Number of questions, 30 questions. In final test will be provided. Questions will be similar to self-control questions from the learning material. Final test is passed if 18 questions or 60% of the questions are answered correctly. You will have second chance as well. The second chance to retake the test will be after 3 days, but I don't think you will need it. Now let's talk about certificate. In order to receive a certificate of the University of Latvia, you will need to register for the test. Registration will be open 1 month before the test. But if you want to get Microsoft certificate, then you have to learn it yourself and apply for it through the Microsoft platform. In this slide, you can see a link to this information about certificate. Course materials will be available on the Microsoft platform for longer than March. Okay, and now about questions and answers. If you have questions, you can write them in the chat during the meeting time. After the meeting, I will answer 2 questions on these. The answers to the other questions will be provided in Moodle, and not today, but I think tomorrow. Answers will be provided in Moodle. I recommend to use Moodle in learning process because in Moodle you will see more detailed information about this study course. Okay, I think now we can start the second part of this meeting, and we will talk about low-code, no-code platform fundamentals. Okay, let's start. What is low-code, no-code? As you know, the title of the study course is Low-Code, No-Code Platform Fundamentals. Low-code platforms typically requires users to have some basic knowledge of programming, where no-code platforms are 100 drag and drop with no programming knowledge needed. A good example of low-code, no-code platforms are website development platforms. Not that many years ago, developing a website was an expensive and time-consuming task that required specific skills and code knowledge. But today, low-code, no-code platforms allow anyone to build very interactive and feature-rich website fast and easy. Once again, low-code. Low-code means users have some basic knowledge of programming, but no-code, 100 drag and drop with no programming knowledge needed. Okay, let's talk about this study course. The aim of the study course is to provide students with knowledge of low-code, no-code Microsoft Power Platform tools, which allows analyzing company data, automate processes, create applications, and chatbots, and to demonstrate tool capabilities through practical examples in the automation of enterprise processes. In this course, we will learn about low-code, no-code platforms using Microsoft Power Platform. Microsoft Power Platform. Microsoft Power Platform consists of 4 tools, and they are Power BI for data analysis, Power Apps for applications, Power Automate for process automation, and Power Virtual Agents for creating chatbots. Below you can see some additional components of Power Platform. You will get familiar with them during first and second modules. I just want to note that in this study course, you will learn the basics of these tools. Basics about Power BI, basics about Power Apps, basics about Power Automate, and basics about Power Virtual Agents. Okay, now let's talk more detail about each tool. Let's start with Power BI. Power BI is data analysis tool. Power BI allows to build very nice reports and dashboards with interactive visualizations. This is cloud-based business intelligence tool. In this course, we will learn basics about this tool. But if you want to know more, you can explore this by yourself or participate in business data analysis course provided by my colleague. We will talk about Power BI more detail in the second meeting. That means next meeting. Okay, rapid low-code, no-code application development tool, Power Apps. Power Apps is a tool that provides a rapid application development environment. And Power Apps allows to create an application for mobile devices and computers. You can generate an app from data or create application using drag and drop user interface that allows to add different controls, medias, forms, and screens. In this slide, you can see an example. This app is a mobile app that is generated from data. I needed just 3 minutes to generate this app from data. Actually, it's very fast and easy. I like the sentence on the right side. Start simple and then go crazy. Actually, that is true. If you want to create some application using Power Apps, it is fast and easy. But when you start to add some controls, media, forms, and screens, then you can spend a lot of time and get very nice product. We will talk about Power Apps more detailed in the third meeting. Okay, let's move to next one. Robotic process automatization with the Power Automate tool. Power Automate is all about process automation. Power Automate is used to automate repetitive processes. Power Automate lets users create automated workflows between applications and services. It helps automate repetitive business processes such as communication, data collection, and decision approvals. After this part, I hope that you will be able to start to use this tool in your daily life and automate your repetitive processes. This is amazing tool. I know you will like this tool very much. We will talk about Power Automate more detailed in the fourth meeting. Okay, Let's move to next one. Chatbot development tool Power Virtual Agents. I think that you are already familiar with chatbots, but using Power Virtual Agents, you will be able to create chatbots by yourself. You can see the use of chatbots in many different websites where someone asks you, "Can I help you? Do you have some question?" You can write your question here. Power Virtual Agents enables anyone to create powerful chatbots using guided no-code graphical interface without the need for data scientists or developers. You can integrate Power Virtual Agents with Power Automate. Actually, you can integrate all these tools together. You can integrate Power Apps with Power Automate. You can integrate Power Apps with Power Virtual Agents. You can integrate Power Apps with all other tools together. Okay. Now let's talk what you need to do till the next meeting. So you have to learn first and second modules till the next meeting. And here you can see content of the first module. At the end of this module, you should be familiar with the Power Platform tools like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents. You just need to read learning material and try to understand. If you need, you can repeat this learning material many times, no problem. You can repeat 2 times, 5 times, 10 times. It's up to you. Just read and try to understand what means Power Platform. What is Power BI? What is Power Apps? What is Power Automate? What is Power Virtual Agents? Okay. And the second module, at the end of the second module, you should be familiar with the core components of Power Platform: Dataverse, connectors, AI Builder. I know that this part will be more difficult, and I recommend don't do practical tasks. Okay, it's very important that you read this information and try to understand, but it's not mandatory to do all practical tasks. If you want, you can try, but it's very important to read this information and understand what is about. Okay. This first and second modules are about introduction. What means Power Apps? What means Power BI? Power Virtual Agents? And you just need to understand this information. Okay, next meeting. Next meeting will be on 26th of January. We are going to have the next meeting on this time. Next time you will have the opportunity to meet with professionals from industry, and I think that will be very useful because then you will see how these tools are used in industry. Okay, and now it's time for questions. I will choose 2 questions from the chat and I will try to answer on them. Okay, I just need to see chat. Oh, I can see a lot of different questions. Okay, here is some questions about presentation in full screen. Okay. We already did that. Okay, I will try to find questions. Okay, here I can see a question. How do we download all this software? Actually, I will give you more detailed information about how you can download each tool next time. Next time we will start to work with Power BI, and then I will give you information how you can download Power BI and how you can start to use this tool. When we will start to work with Power Apps, then I will inform you how you can start to use Power Apps. I don't have one common information, one common instruction how you can start to use each of tool, because there is separate instruction for each. Okay, and there is question. I will try to find one more question. I will try to find. Okay. It's not so easy. I will try. Okay. Okay, here is question about Microsoft account. If I have already my personal Microsoft account, do I need to create new one? No, if you already have your personal Microsoft account, you can use this. You don't need to create some new Microsoft account. Okay, and that will be enough for you. Okay. There is, I don't know how much questions, but I can see a lot of different questions. But I can see that the answers to the other questions will be provided in Moodle. Not today, but I think tomorrow answers will be provided. And I want to say thank you for participating in this meeting. See you after 2 weeks and enjoy the learning process. Okay, thank you.